What's up, fellas? Just making a short video. Finally got just a little bit of time to work on this truck today. Got our secondary fuel system, working on getting it hooked up. Now the plan is, here's the inlet, this is the outlet. Just use some self-tappers to hook it up on the firewall. It's just your standard 12-volt electric pump. Hoping this works. We're about to find out. So we just got our hot wire and ground her out here. See what we get. Try grounding it. Oh yeah. So she's working. So the plan. Let me get this where I ain't going short. I had to order. No one had the fuel filters I was looking for, which is just your basic plastics that you can see through. The old school style. I mean, I went to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and Advance. I couldn't catch Napa before they closed. It's like nobody had them in stock, so they don't even carry them anymore. I found a 5-pack of them on Amazon for like 12 bucks. The only ones anybody had was the old metal ones like this. Those things were, depending on where you went, were $13.99 to $15.99 for one filter. I couldn't believe that. So I still got to put one in our fuel line here going up to the carb. But the plan anyway is, the reason for this is I've had this happen before, is be on a trail and your mechanical pump takes a dump on you and you're kind of out of luck, especially if you're far away from a parts store. And these older trucks, you know, some of the stuff I go to get for them you have to order, so you're kind of screwed. So that's the purpose. I used to do this in the past. It saved my butt more than once. And so once this gets the filter in it, coming off of our line going to the pump, we will it'll attach to the electric pump, not to the inlet side, I'm sorry, to the outlet side. It'll unhook right here from the main fuel line, or come over the pump side from the pump. Damn, mosquitoes. And it'll just loop around and hook up here to the pump. And I got to get, went to get the rubber line to run to the tank. It was getting close to $4, man, a foot for 3/8 fuel line. And same way, I got to order it. I didn't know that when I made my order on Amazon for the filters, but did some digging around on Amazon, and you can get it on there for it drops it down to just over $2 a foot. So you can get, you know, it's I was going to get some people had 10-foot rolls, some had 20, so it just depends on what you're looking for. But you know, you're looking at $1 and some change per foot cheaper online compared to our local auto parts store. And local guy I'm trying to get a hold of to get an air cleaner for it, and just whatever I can find to get on it. Anything's better than nothing right now. And what else did we do? Buttoned up some of the small stuff. The main thing today is wanting to get this mounted, get it hooked up, make sure I'm not hooked up to say, but get it mounted, and or try, if I have enough time today, run the electrical to, I got a switch for it. So hopefully if I have time, I'll at least be able to run the toggle switch to it. I have to order the line, obviously, like I was saying. But the other thing is, the radiator. That's what I was messing with. I still got to I'm trying to figure out how to get the radiator in there a little more solid. This the top piece right here where it sits on top of the rad. It's either the wrong one or it's the wrong radiator. The radiator is definitely wider than the top plate. And the only local shroud I can find, some guy has, he's wanting 50 bucks for it, man. That's insane. And debating on whether or not to switch the fans around, because I had them on, and without the shroud being, it doesn't catch a lot of air. These are the ones, these are off of I got them off a buddy of mine. They're pushers off of a motorhome. They work great, but I'm not getting a lot of airflow coming from the radiator going against the motor. I have another electric fan that I can stick on the inside, but I don't know if it defeat the purpose. So I was debating on either switching them around, putting them on here, reversing the electrical on them, and hopefully get them to blow towards the motor, or just take them off and you know, all together, get a different style setup or something. But we'll see. This thing's getting so, it's killing me, man, because this thing's getting so close to being able to hit the road. I mean, with these ones, last time we had it running, it was sitting here idling. It was bouncing around from 200 to 210, sitting here idling. And so it's got me a little leery. I mean, you get out on the trail and you're pounding on it, running into mass overheating problems. And it's a 3-core old school GM radiator. I got online, done some digging, and found some on there, the aluminum ones, but they fluctuate in price, and you're looking at a couple $100 easy. That's without some of them. That don't even come with an electrical fan setup on the inside, you know, to pull air towards the motor. So we're kind of running into some dilemmas here. And this, since my trailer, let's see if I can hook this up, got stolen a while back. I definitely do not have the money to replace it right now. Because this truck is so wide with these 44s on it, and I mean, I could get a trailer, but I'd have to go back and forth from taking these 44s off, putting factory wheels and tires back on it, unloading the truck, put the 44s back on, do what we're doing, you know, and it's too much of a hassle to keep swapping tires on and off just to get it on and off a trailer. I don't feel like having to go through that hassle, but I forgot all about having this. This is how we actually got this. We towed this truck about halfway across to Ohio when I originally bought it. And so what I have is this tow bar. Get this off here real quick so you can see it's a Reese tow bar. I forgot all about having this. I was digging around in the shed for something else and found it. This I got off a buddy of mine, and it's just your standard, just, you know, hook to your bumper of your truck, and this hooks to your frame. Swivels. This has the pin. This part it just bolts right in to your bumper, and it's got the, you just pull this part out and around. Your pin slides out to unhook it. So this is a option, because I was thinking at first how in the world I was going to hook it up and without it being too high to hook up to our factory bumper, because our truck is just a basic Chevy Silverado, and it actually doesn't get up in there. It does not set that high at all. I mean, it's like factory height. What in the world's going on with this thing? It's factory height, but it just have to hold it, I guess. Factory height, but in the back it sets down too low. So I was thinking airbags or something for it, but man, my God, it's been so long since I've had to do anything like that. I didn't realize how much stuff costs. But anyway, then I was looking on here to mount this sucker, and since we don't have, I thought these bolts I had them going through the frame, but then checked, but this GM, it doesn't have up here at the top on the inside, you got a hole in the top of the frame, and you got one here at the bottom. You can see it, there it is where my finger is. So you got one going straight up and down, this one's at an angle. I mean, technically I could do that, but I don't know. So we'll have to take a gander at that and see how it looks. But what I was thinking was the ones, when we put this angle iron on here, we drilled them out and put them in, was taking these ones out. And they're roughly, it's a 79 truck, and they're just on the inside of the frame on each side. So hopefully it'll be a wide enough span for this tow bar to accurately tow it. You know, I'm hoping that's the plan anyway. So think about getting it hooked up and seeing how that works out. Just what I love about it, it's just so easy, because once these are on, I mean, you don't have to worry about this. Go on, you remove your pins, take the tow bar off, put your pins in a safe place, and you got to worry about losing them, glove box, whatever. and so that way you ain't gotta worry about losing them. You don't want to take them on a trail and just catches something, you lose your pen, then you're really screwed. But flat towing this stock is one thing, but flat towing it with these 44s on it, we'll have to see about that. The good thing is it's a full-time case, but we got lockouts on the front, so we can just just keep the lockouts off, unhook the rear drive shaft, and so we don't have to worry about anything, tearing the tranny up with the drive shaft spinning. So that part we don't have to worry about. And then I do have somewhere buried amongst all the crap in the shed, I have a set of lights that are magnetic that I can stick on the back. So this part was just tossing it out there to see what anybody has any ideas as pros, cons. Because last time it was towed, it was, we had the factory bumper on it, and it was all bone stock, just typical 79 K20, towed great, but it's a little bit different now with lift, big tires, and so I don't know, it's out there. Need some comments on that, see what you guys think. Oh, we got the our Harbor Freight high lift jack, got it mounted up, and so now I'm just waiting on the fuel filters to show up tomorrow. So I can put one on the carb, and then I got one hooked up on the back of the cab so far for the breather tube for the tank. So once you get here, I'll get the other one hooked up for the rear diff. So it's up high, ain't got to worry about no dirt or water getting in it. But we'll go from there. So I think I'm going to take this bolt out and see how it looks there compared to how it looks here. But we'll throw it on there, see what it looks like. Alright, here we go. See what you guys think. This is the frame location. That one is where we drilled it out and put that the bolt through the angle iron, like a spot here. So got one hook to each, pins are in them, and seems like to me the one that's going through the frame hole, it's getting a little bit better level action than the one over there. But this one being low, naturally that one's going to be on a down pitch. But it's a tough call for me. So I was hoping someone with a little bit more experience with these tow bars would see this video, because to me it almost seems like it'd be better to have it going through the frame. As you can see where the mount is instead of being like straight in, it's at a decent pitch, like going up into the frame. So I don't know if that actually will affect it or not, because I mean these things are actually built to like swivel and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's a real concern or not, because on this side, the way it's made, when it goes up and down, see if I can get over here and show you without breaking my neck. When it goes up and down, you can't see through the bottom, but the bolt that goes through to come through the bracket, there's a welded nut, and you got a 3/4 bolt, like this one here that runs through. That nut comes through the back side, and it's like really, really close. These things is, well, you can kind of see it there. It's actually, it's down as far as it'll go. It's hit, you can see where this part where it swivels is up against the bracket. So I mean, looks like it will come up some when it's hooked up to our Silverado, but I just don't know. That's why I'm hoping someone will see this and I can get some legit advice from them. And because we want to get going down the road and something breaks, and I don't want to have to drive this truck like an hour and 45 minutes down the interstate. So bumper height here is just ridiculous. That's definitely a State Highway Patrol would love this thing. But this one's pretty good. Well, you can see down in there, if I can get the sunlight off the screen. I can't tell if you guys can see down in there or not, but my fingers, it's really, really close to where that bolt comes out to there we go, where a bolt comes out to hitting the bracket. I mean, it's close. This one over here, and there's more room at the top on this one. So I can get my finger all the way down in it, but it's hitting at the bottom. And as far as this thing's concerned, it'll probably have to be probably at least right there. So I mean, it's really, really close. So what I'm worried about is some of the places we go when you're pulling in, like some of the mud bogs and stuff like that. It'll dip down when you're going like into the driveway, going into the pits and stuff like that. It'll dip down, and a couple of them, there's nowhere to really unhook the truck unless we unhook probably a mile or so from from there. But the good thing is, I'm definitely not complaining, but the good about the dips and stuff like that, the places we go, because these things are so easy to unhook. Like I'm saying, you just pull it, bring it around, it's that easy. Just drop straight out, just put your put this pin in a secure location. The other thing is, with this one being here, is if you're hitting any hills with steep inclines, you take a chance of, some of them are pretty steep. I mean, some really steep, tall hills. You take a good chance of, hitting something with it, and you take a chance of bending or something. I mean, it's pretty thick. I don't think it actually bend, but you don't want, I'd hate to run it into the ground onto a rock, or shit happens. You just never know. I've had all kinds of stuff happen that's far out there. But anyway, somebody give me some freaking ideas on whether this is a good idea or not. Just about the only option I'm down to. This truck's really close, and I'm dying to get it out. But there's one place, well, I can take it out and break it in, because the one place is really close, but all the places I want to go, I'm looking at almost, it's over an hour drive either way. But it'd be a lot easier to hook this thing up to something and tow it and run 55 down the freeway than it is to try to drive it and take a chance of getting a ticket. I'm sure they'd be a little more lenient on it being towed. Oh, and these bushings. I got to order these too, man. Nobody has them. These ones on this arm. Have to get online, look them up too. Freaking sucks. But I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. We buttoned up some wiring and some more stuff underneath that we didn't see, and I thought there was a couple other. No, maybe not. I don't know. But I can show you if I can get the tarp up, because I've been trying to keep it covered up. Oh, the fuel cell. I made a flap for it. This is where the sill, see if I can get up here. Ugh. Jesus. The sill was, this cell is actually for a, it's a 22-gallon cell, but it's actually for a drift car. I went back into the original purchase, and I just got that on there. The gas is going to eat silicone. That's just on there in case, when it rains. It's the wire for the sending unit. A piece of really heavy-duty plastic. Man, this stuff's thick. Cleaned everything real good. Let's see if this hole has been on here a couple days. Alright, perfect. There we go. So now we can pop it. Bam! Put your fuel in, call it a day. But fill it up. Go back to, push it down. It's that good heavy-duty Velcro. It's like 2 inches wide strips, 4 foot long, and it was cheap. I was going to go all the way around. I just went ahead and left this one open just so you have something to grab a hold of to pull it up so you can fight with the corners. But we'll find out. I'm going to leave it uncovered. We got storms blowing in as we speak, and so we'll see. It's supposed to rain, I think, off and on for the next 2 days, so we'll check it out. I've only got like a gallon of gas, maybe a gallon, if that. We had it, Rick's only put, I think, a gallon in it, and we had it running when we flushed the system last time. I didn't want to put a lot in it until we figured something out. So let it rain for the next day and a half, 2 days, whatever, and then unhook the line. Oh, we mounted the line too. Got it down there to the off valve. So let's unhook it and drain the fuel out and see what it looks like, see if this worked or not. Hopefully so. Fuel cell I need is $225 plus tax and shipping. Not going to happen. But here's our switch for our fuel pump. Not bad. Good heavy duty switch. Got that and got the wire for it. But we're about there, man. It's so close, it's killing me. I just need you guys to give me some info help on what you think of this tow bar. And I don't know if it'll pick it up or not. Wife made me a nice shirt for when we're out at all these car shows and stuff. If you guys can see that. It says Generation X in the set of crossbones. Turned out pretty sweet. I don't know how it looks on camera, but it looks pretty sweet in person. Thank her for that. And I flip this around and see what I can do about get some wire run to this fuel pump. Main purpose for this video, I just want to show you guys this shirt and see what anybody has to say about this daggone tow bar, whether it's a good idea, bad idea. So definitely need help with that. So I know a lot of people don't comment a lot, but if you see this video, throw your 2 cents in, man. I need some help because it's going to be getting used here pretty soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching. A few more subscribers, awesome. Thank you for that. And I'll catch you at the next one. Still got to do the back brakes on the K5, just adjusting them out, no big deal. That ain't even really worth watching, but you know, everybody knows how to do that. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. I always appreciate the new subscribers, the comments when I get them, and please, if you have any freaking tow bar experience, I've only ever used this thing once, and it was a direct, you know, bolt-in. So if you got experience with these, definitely throw something in the comments. And just remember, we're trying to get the channel to grow. Share, subscribe, and I definitely take all the help I can get. Help a brother out. Alright guys, thanks for watching.